everyone, Steven here, autistic YouTuber, and welcome to Toastamac. With so much to do and fun to be had, it can be easy for many of us to forget about the importance of sleep, or that we tried to get enough sleep, but for one reason or another we can't. I can understand the feeling of wanting to put a little bit more time into something, or trying to get enough sleep but something or someone keeps waking us up, but there are ways of making the experience of getting more sleep a more pleasant one, so that way you'll have enough energy to tackle the next day. Or maybe not tackle it so much, but you get what I mean. For those that tend to stay up way late into the night, only to get a few hours of shut-eye.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
I am working on it. There are some good benefits to sleep that you could be missing out on, such as feeling less tired throughout the day because you'll have more energy, there could be an improvement on your mood, and you'll be able to think more clearly. But something tells me you already know about these benefits, so why don't we go over a few that you might not be aware of? Say, helping with weight loss? As I mentioned earlier, getting enough sleep at night can give you more energy throughout the day. This can translate to two things. One, you can have the energy to engage in physical activities, which can help with weight loss. And two, you'll feel less fatigue throughout the day, which can impede said physical activities. And if we are looking at this on a more scientific level, not getting enough sleep can mess with certain hormones in your body, decreasing leptin, the hormone that makes you feel full, and increasing ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, which can unfortunately lead to overeating and potential weight gain. Need more? Sure. How about improving creativity? To be clear, when I say creativity, I'm not just referring to making fancy drawings or other works of art. No, there is also a fair share of problem solving and critical thinking too. Getting enough sleep at night improves the cognitive functions needed for coming up with new ideas as well as problem solving. One more benefit to go over before we move on. Getting enough sleep has also been shown to improve your heart health, from reducing inflammation of the muscles, especially the ones right here, to even lowering your blood pressure so that the heart doesn't have to work so hard, thus giving your blood vessels time to heal after a long and stressful day. Now this, I can actually attest to from experience, because many years ago, I would have issues with being constantly woken up in the middle of the night. So much so that my heart was actually hurting from the experience, seeing as how it was working more than it should have and barely being given enough sleep. I actually had to talk to my mom for medical advice and setting up a new routine so that way I can get enough sleep and give my heart a much needed break. So take it from me, your heart will thank you. Now don't these benefits make sleep sound more enticing? But of course, to address the matter of this video, why do many autistic people struggle with getting enough sleep? There could be multiple reasons for this really. A culprit that might stick out right away is, you guessed it, sensory issues. Maybe it's something to do visually, like it's too bright or too dark. Maybe it's something to do audio-wise, where a certain noise keeps waking us up, or it's too quiet that you could drop a pin needle and still hear it. Or maybe it has something to do with the fabric of the bed sheets, pillows, and blankets. It could be any of these, really. Thankfully, these issues can be easily fixed once you identify what the problem is. If it's too dark in the room, consider getting a nightlight that you could enjoy to help you unwind. If it's something to do with the fabrics, simply swap it out for a material that's more soothing to the body. And on this note, what if you're feeling restless at night, not necessarily because of the fabrics, but because of anxiety or emotional problems or something to do with sensory processing? For this, you might want to consider trying a weighted blanket. By applying deep pressure stimulation, you can actually help your body with sensory processing, reducing anxiety and improving emotion regulation. I've actually tried it a few times and it's worked out for me just fine. Give it a go. As for audio, that might be a little bit more tricky. You might be tempted to wear noise-canceling headphones or even put in earplugs at night. But here's the issues I see with them. With headphones, if you move around from side to side at night, case in point, they could move around or even fall off, causing you discomfort. And as for the earplugs, you probably shouldn't be wearing them for around 8 hours or more. And especially doing that consistently can cause problems with the earwax and later on, hearing problems later on. Instead, what I would usually use is playing some relaxing music at night. Maybe I can look up a video of some piano being played or have a little bit of rain and water sound effects involved too, something to put my mind at ease. You could also use white noise like the humming of an air conditioner or the sound of a fan, which can work too because of the consistent frequencies that is not too intense. I combine both of these at times and they work for me just great.
Oh, come to think of it, didn't your parents used to play those lullaby cassettes for you at night back when you were a child?
That they have. Admittedly, I'm a little too old for lullabies these days, but it doesn't change the fact that calming and relaxing music can be a very helpful tool for getting more sleep. So give it a try and let me know what you think. Or perhaps the issue in question has nothing to do with sensory issues, but instead having too much energy in your body that can keep you from falling asleep and staying asleep. Here's the thing. You don't just engage in a high-energy activity right before bedtime like intense exercises or intense gaming sessions and then expect to fall asleep immediately afterwards. That's not how it works.
It's probably best not to think of sleep as just one single action, but instead a cycle involving 4 steps, the first 3 being non-rapid eye movement, and the last one being rapid eye movement. The first stage is the initial transition from awake to falling asleep, typically taking only a few minutes if you are not disturbed. Stage 2 takes up the largest percentage in the cycle, when your body functions gradually slow down. Then we get to stage 3, the deep sleep. You become harder to wake up, more relaxed, and your body begins to heal and regenerate itself. Finally is stage 4, the one that has rapid eye movement. You'll most likely be dreaming at this point, so it may appear like your body is a little more active, but don't worry, this is normal. Plus, this stage doesn't overstay its welcome before going back to stage 2 and repeating the cycle about 4 to 6 times. Before all of that, though, you need to get past the first stage, and the more active you are at the start, the longer it's going to take to get to the rest. Pun entirely intended.
Not dignifying that. With all of this in mind, figure out when in the schedule you need to be awake, then backtrack 8 hours to determine when you need to fall asleep. This will be your starting point towards making a new routine that will ensure a smooth transition from being awake to falling asleep. Here are some things to consider when you're making the new routine. In terms of food, do not eat anything within 3 hours before going to sleep. Your body still needs time to digest whatever food is in there, and that means it's going to keep you awake, especially if sugar was involved. This can unfortunately impede your progress on getting sleep, along with bringing you other discomforts. Now, with regards to water or similar drinks, that one's a little bit more lenient. Don't drink anything too big 1 hour before going to sleep, or else you might find yourself scheduling an immediate appointment in the middle of the night with Mr. Toilet. If you do find the urge to drink something right before you go to bed, that's fine. Just don't drink anything too big and don't drink anything caffeinated or something like energy drinks. Remember, you're trying to relax and unwind, not wind yourself back up. During this last hour before bedtime, engage in activities that will help you relax. Do a little bit of light exercises, listen to music, read a book, chat with someone, whatever it will take to help you unwind. Just avoid any activities that will pump you up again. Then right before you go to sleep, be sure to take care of business in the bathroom first. Wash your hands, brush your teeth, and don't forget to go to the toilet because, let me tell you, having to wake up in the middle of the night to go pee-pee and poo-poo, then having to repeat the sleep cycle all over again? Not exactly recommended. This should serve as a good starting point towards making a new routine and getting better sleep. Naturally, if you feel like there's something else that should be added here, by all means, be my guest.
Hold up! I hear something. Something that's coming from some of our viewers. You're saying, but what about insomnia? A sleep disorder that makes it difficult to sleep at night and is commonly found among autistic people. Don't tell me you forgot about that part. As a matter of fact, we have not. All of the tips that were covered in this video can also be used to help with insomnia. Of course, if you believe you need more professional help or that the issue in question is more genetic, by all means, talk to a medical professional about the concern. You could ask them about certain medications or even cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT for short, which has shown to be very effective for autistic people, as this helps them with anxiety and emotion regulation, key factors that can disrupt sleep. Supposing you are going down the medication route, please talk to a medical expert first. Certain medications have been shown to affect sleep as well as your eating habits, and depending on what you're doing, you could end up doing more bad than good.
And there you have it. Some benefits towards getting enough sleep at night, some reasons as to why some autistic people may struggle with getting enough sleep, and my advice on how to improve the situation. I hope you enjoyed this video as always, but of course, if you have any more questions about this subject or want to share your experience on the matter, tell us about it in the comments section below. With that, we have arrived at the end. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and a special shout out to Help Autism Center for becoming a member of the Toastamac Chow Club. You can get shout outs like this too, as well as other benefits, so consider becoming a member today. Until the next video. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm probably gonna hit the hay after this one. Thank you for watching, and until the next video or live stream, see you later, and good night.